Demonstrating those ears for us all today. Don't be fooled by the size of those ears because, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, sea lions have excellent hearing both above and below the surface of the water. In fact, their hearing is so great, you may have noticed that Whitney and Joanna have been verbally communicating with our sea lion stars throughout this entire presentation. Now, what comes to excellent hearing is also excellent singing, and Taylor and Ada have prepared for us all today a duet that they call their Saltwater Serenade. So I'm actually going to go ahead and hand them the stage so they can go ahead and hit those high notes for us. We're going to go over between seals and sea lions is located a little bit lower on their bodies, and it's actually going to be those wing-like front flippers. Now you're probably taking a good look at Ada's flippers and thinking, well, wait a second, Emma, those look pretty flimsy. But don't actually be fooled by the size of those front flippers, just like those ears, ladies and gentlemen, because sea lions can actually utilize those front flippers to help them swim in the water at burst speeds up to 18 to 22 miles per hour. And it looks like our star Taylor here is going to demonstrate just how fast he can swim for us all today. So why don't we go ahead and give him a big round of applause for some encouragement. Now, of course, it's also with the true power of those front flippers that it allows the sea lions to get their entire bodies up and out of the water so they can get a better look at all of their surroundings. So by now you're probably thinking, well, wait a second, Emma, there's no way that those front flippers can be strong on land if our sea lions would show that they were that strong in the water. But in fact, ladies and gentlemen, they're just as equally strong on land, and in fact, they can support a sea lion on their entire bodies with just those two front flippers alone. Well, hold your applause, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was amazing. I do know our stars can take that one step further and you can move across the entire stage on their two front flippers. So why don't you guys go ahead and flex your muscles. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a big round of applause. That is no easy feat, especially for Taylor here, given that he's over 580 pounds. Well, this next, fourth and final difference we're going to go over between seals and sea lions is how they move on land. Now, sea lions actually have a really cool adaptation known as a rotating hip bone, which Ada and Taylor are demonstrating for us all today, that allows them to be able to walk on their rear flippers, or including all four of their flippers. Now, seals, on the other hand, they don't have that rotating hip bone. So they have a fused hip bone, which means that they're not able to walk on all fours. So instead, they use their very powerful abdominal muscles to move across the floor in an inchworm-like motion. But for sea lions, however, that rotating hip bone allows them to move forwards, backwards, run, jump, or even climb here. Well, now that we've gone over the major differences between seals and sea lions, I just had a really great idea. Why don't we check shoreline theater for a seal so you can get a side-by-side